solar panels have been fitted for 10 years now, so I thought it was a good point to review how much we've managed to generate from them. As you can see, we've got 14 panels that are on our roof, and since we had them fitted we've also had an extension built, and unfortunately I didn't get additional panels to go on that at the time. Decided that looking at the way the fit tariffs were calculated, it would have had too much of an impact and we would have needed a separate inverter and completely separate system to make it viable, so it wasn't really worth doing that. But that could be an option in the future, to add panels to the roof to the left. What you probably can't see from here is that there's no shading. We pretty much get full sun all day, all year, so it works really well, and we'll probably get some of the highest generation figures that are possible in the UK, the maximum being just over 7 kilowatt hours per kilowatt potential of panel. So on ours that's 21 per day, 21 kilowatt hours of generation per day is the maximum we've been able to get, which is pretty good. We also have a Velux window in the middle as part of our loft conversion, which means if we need to get access to the panel, it's quite easy to pop the roof up and be able to stick your head out to look at them or look under them. What it has done in the past is when that's been open, it's shown that if you do get shading onto the panels, it can significantly reduce the amount of electricity you're generating. Our inverter is outside. Initially when it was fitted I built a cabinet around it, but that then caused a few problems in terms of heat retention, so it was easier to get rid of the cabinet completely and just have the inverter outside on the wall. Something I will need to look at in the future is replacing the wood behind it, because that's starting to split in places, as you can see there. The other thing with being outside is it helps with the cooling. You can see the vents on top, and when in the summer it can get quite hot, that obviously helps. You can see the generation here. Today we've only generated 1.5 kilowatt hours, which is about average for a November day with cloud. The other thing to note is the total generation as measured by the inverter, which is 32,197, and you'll be able to see on the generation meter in a moment that the generation meter is considerably higher than that. Obviously the generation meter is the true value that is used for measuring the fit payments. Generation meter is recording 32,581, so you can see how that compares to the inverter. Obviously the inverter isn't the figure that gets used for the feed-in tariff payment. See in the distance these two trees cause some shading in early to mid-afternoon in the winter, but in the summer the sun is obviously a lot higher and only starts to come to this side in the early evening, so shading onto these panels isn't an issue.